or back to this week's weekly vlog. I'll give you a quick intro in case you're new stopping by the channel. My name's Dawn. I'm a British expat from Manchester, the northwest of England, and for over 20 years I've been living in the Netherlands, just outside of Amsterdam. I live here with my partner Lawrence. He's South African, not Dutch. Our two boys are Josh and William, and our fur babies Jack, our Parsons Terrier, and Daxter, our very fluffy ginger tomcat. So introductions over. Welcome. If you're an OG, welcome back, guys. I hope you've all had a good week. You might notice I'm beginning this week's vlog in a different location because I thought baby Simon needs a little moment in the spotlight. I think he's been feeling very neglected. So not sure how old he is. I think I looked on some dolls forums on Facebook, and by all accounts he's about 100 years old. So I don't collect, although I've got another doll's head there, I don't collect creepy dolls, but I just thought Simon was a cute and very creepy doll, so he lives there and he's got some little accessories. Shall I show you? So this is his milk bottle, although we're missing his teats. I don't know what he did with it. And he's got his own little, I think it's bone, it's not plastic, bone rattle. This was, my mum spotted this in an antique shop in the UK and bought it for baby Simon. All my friends, most of them think he's very creepy and think I'm very weird with all this paraphernalia in my cabinet. Oh, sorry, Simon. Cabinet of curiosities. And they think they're dust gatherers, but actually, because they've got glass doors on them, they don't collate that much gas. Gas. Anyway, waffle. Right, where did I leave off last week's vlog? I think it was Friday yesterday. So what did I get up to? Oh, yes, I will tell you what I'm doing today. Slightly annoying, the grocery delivery, I left it a bit late, so that's going to arrive between 6 and 8 tonight. Not convenient, anyway. Yesterday, the hospital phoned me. So if you watched last week's vlog, you'll know that... I'm going to lean on something. I hope you can hear. I've got the dishwasher on and there's a plane going over. Sorry, this is just... If I say it's not normally this messy, I'd be lying. So if you've been around a while, you'll know that I'm always like this. Anyway, back to the point, waffle. If you watched last week's vlog, you'll know that the hospital called me in the week to talk about the progress with the neck hernias, blah, blah, blah. And I made an agreement with the doctor. I spoke about all this last week, that I was going to go try this medication again that she gave me, but for a longer period. And we discussed between us, and we both thought it was a good idea to take another look at the neck to see if there's been any kind of improvement. Because I don't want to be taking long-term medication if, you know, if that's the only solution, fine. But if it's not, I want to explore different paths. Anyway, yesterday, so I think the hospital phoned me, I think it would have been about Tuesday. Yesterday, the hospital phoned me, could you come in tomorrow for an MRI? So I was like, sure, I can. So in about an hour, I have to keep an eye on the time, I'm off to the hospital. I thought, what a great idea. I have been there once, actually also for an MRI, like late in the evening. So it's good that they're utilising, you know, the non-sort of busy periods, and we didn't have any plans. This morning, well, I had planned to just craft them this morning. I was all set to do, I still haven't cast on the Open Trails sweater vest, the second one, the first one I finished. And I was going to do some tin art, because if you watched last week, you know, went to the local hobby shop. I got up, had a shower, and then I was like, my bedroom is a mess. Like, really, there was piles on piles and piles. Nothing for throwing out. It wasn't that kind of sort out. It was just stuff to put away or ironing. So I spent a couple of hours this morning and I've sorted everything out. Only clothing. I've still got to do all my shoes. That's for another day. And I've put everything away. I'm a bit embarrassed to say this, but I had 3 full, like, stand-up laundry baskets full of laundry to be put away. and it's not even the boys' stuff, it's mine and Lawrence's. As soon as the stuff's out of the dryer or it's been washed, give the boys their stuff, and they're supposed to put it away straight away. So anyway, I've cleared everything, and can you believe the suitcase that I took to Ibiza in September? I still had stuff, like non-essential stuff. Like there was some summer tops. I think I just got home and dumped it, and then I just kept piling clothes on it. Isn't that terrible? Do you do that, or is it just me? Am I just a messy pig? Anyway, I can now walk around my bed without stubbing my toe on something or tripping up and raveling my ankles in some weird summer clothing that I won't wear for a few months. Right, no crafting. Got a big chore off the list. I felt good after I'd done it. I've got the laundry on the go. Lawrence has just gone to the DIY shop. We told the boys, if you want to shower, you have to do it before 1 o'clock, otherwise you have to wait. So nobody's surfaced. I think they're both awake. I think they're just watching stuff on their phones. So he's gone off to the DIY shop. He needs a new wrench. You'd think he'd have planned this before, but anyway. So he, hopefully, all being well, he's going to fit the new shower thermostat today. Hurrah, hurrah. So, and as I said, I'm off to the hospital. And then I think he's said he's got to go out to a friend's to pick something up. I don't know what he's doing. So, yeah, that's our day. If I feel like it. Yesterday, after I got home from the hobby shop, I intended to do some crafting. I was like, oh, I'm going to treat myself, sit down and do a bit of crafting. I actually fell asleep. I put a Spotify playlist, a sound bath, on my earbuds, and I crashed out, like proper fell asleep. So, yeah. What else? I don't think I've got anything else exciting to update you on. No. Anyway, right, I'm going to... I might cast on, I've got a bit of knitting. As I said, I want to cast on the Open Trails sweater. I might cast that on now, actually. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I've got an hour. All right, if anything exciting happens, I'll be sure to take you with me. Just making a sandwich. It's about 20 past 1 here. It's really cold. This morning I've been so busy. Where did the last leave off? Oh yeah, so the MRI went super quick. It was 8 minutes. Great. And I think I inserted some footage. I had the place all to myself. They had like a little conveyor belt, so when I was there, the waiting room was empty. And then when I was getting dressed, because I took some can't wear anything metal in an MRI, so I had some like jogging bottoms and stuff. So when I was getting dressed, there was already somebody in the next cubicle to me. So yeah, it was 8 minutes, and the radiologist was really friendly. It was nice. They're all friendly at that hospital. And they go through the whole drill of, don't do this, and if you do that. And then I said, it's not my first rodeo. And when I finished, oh, I've got the wrong thing. Hold on. I'm having pate. But I already had a packet open. Yeah, I said when he was explaining everything, I said, oh, it's not my first time. And then when I finished, he said, oh, I can see you've had quite a few. Anyway, it was fine. They're not the most comfortable of things to do, but it's, has to be done. I don't know when I'll get the results through. I feel really bad. Well, I don't feel bad. I'm quite, I'm grateful for the medical service here. Because in my region where I live, it's amazing. We pay health insurance, but to be honest with you, if I think of the taxes you pay in the UK, and part of it goes towards the NHS, and it's no more expensive, what you pay for your health insurance here, and I get to say, what level of healthcare insurance I can afford. We don't have like the top one, but because we had children, I made sure that we were all well covered. But, you know, I get a choice to go to the hospital and, you know, pretty much most things are covered. I do have an excess on the insurance, and I always have to pay excess because, yeah, you know, all the MRI and all the extra, the expensive stuff. But still, you know, when I listen to, you know, my family and my friends and in the UK and the state of the NHS, I mean, I've always been, you know, a firm advocate for the NHS and how amazing it is and how lucky, you know, you are to have this free service, when in actual fact, you're not lucky because you're paying for it in your tax. And, you know, the government and the health service, I think it's just been all completely mismanaged. It's a mess. You know, I know people who've been waiting over a year to see like a specialist at a hospital, or wait over a year for a procedure. And here's me, I get a call on, I think it was Tuesday, Friday, say I needed one. Friday they called me to make an appointment, and the next day I went in and had one. I mean, wow. And I must admit, when I first moved here, having to get health insurance, I found really intimidating. I felt it was scary and it was going to cost a fortune. But you know, and also if you're on benefits or unemployed, you know, the government do pay for your healthcare. So in effect, it's the same. I'm just, rather than paying it out in my taxes and it's just deducted and I get no say over it, you know, I have an insurance policy and I have, you know, way more control over it. And we're not waiting. Sorry, this is a bit of a downer, but I saw on the news yesterday, the British news, about this young, you know, healthy young man in England, got an ear infection, couldn't get an appointment. I think he had 3 over-the-phone appointments, and then he died. He got the infection spread to his brain or something, and then he died. It's like, oh my God, my mind is blown. How that can happen in this day and age in the United Kingdom. It honestly, it just, you know, it makes me really grateful and appreciate what we have got. And to be honest with you, if I did, I don't think we will, but if I ever did return to the UK to live, I think, you know, I'm surprising myself when I say it, I would be in favour of abolishing the NHS based on my experience here and how it's managed. And anyway, that's just my opinion. So yes, the MRI went super quick, so I'll probably get a call in the next week or 2 for the results, because it's not an urgent situation. Then I don't know what we did last night. Lawrence made dinner. Oh, the grocery delivery came. I think it was about 7:30 at night, so we put that away, and then we joined the family quiz again. I came second. It was really good fun. We had the quiz master had internet problems, and my family, so it's like my mum's side of the family, they can be very sarcastic. And when you're on the receiving end of it, it's not very nice. But when you're a bystander, it was hilarious. It was really funny. But it's all in jest. It was really good, fun one. Anyway, we won't be joining next week because I think, did I mention in last week's vlog? I think I did. On next Saturday, or this Saturday coming, we're going to see a friend of ours at the local radio, at his local radio station. He's a radio presenter. Oh my gosh, I'm waffling now. This morning, I had, based on yesterday where I had a good clear up in our bedroom, I woke up feeling all like, oh, I'm going to do this. So the laundry is pretty much all done. I stripped our bed. Lawrence is going to help me put the duvet cover on because that's a little bit too much with my neck. Vacuumed the first floor, and then, okay, I'm going to clean the bathroom. So I put like anti-calc on the, it's a glass, you know, a closing shower cubicle. And then I sprayed the walls with like this, you know, you get the black mildew with one of those cleaners. Carry on cleaning. And then I got in the shower, to shower, and then I washed everything down. My gosh, is it blurring? Is it not focusing? I don't feel good. I've inhaled all these chemicals. I'm doing much better than I was. I mean, that was like quite a few hours ago. But I had like all this like hot pins and needles, you know, on my lungs and on, you know, on my throat. So much so that Lawrence gave me a puff of his inhaler, and I'm feeling a lot better than I was, but I'm not right. It scared me, if I'm going to be honest with you. I was a bit frightened. So yeah, I've just been, after that, I've just been sat on the sofa watching YouTube and knitting. I just thought, take it easy. Lawrence is over at our garage. A friend of his is, I think he's not Dutch, but he's got a property, and I think he's in the process of moving to another country. And he had loads of like IT technical equipment, and I think he just can't face doing anything with it. So he's given Lawrence like boxes of stuff, you know, all valuable stuff. And he said to Lawrence, just take it and sell it and see what you can get for it and keep the money, you know, on me, kind of thing. So Lawrence has got to do an inventory. I mean, he's got boxes. He's got, like he said, there was these VoIP telephones, voice over IP phones, which, I mean, he said even like second hand, they've never been used, they're brand new still. They're like €50 a phone, and he's got a box full of them. So I said, well, can you be bothered doing like one of these online, you know, 1-by-1 calls, or just find like an IT company, like a second-hand one, and just do an inventory and ask them if they'll just buy it off you as a job lot. Anyway, then his friends asked him this morning, do you want this bike? It's like a brand new bike. I don't know if it's a mountain bike. It looks really nice. So anyway, Lawrence is over there doing an inventory. Joshua's not got a passport at the moment. It's a long story, I won't go into it. Maybe I mentioned it months ago. And I've been nagging at him to get his photo taken. So he did. I think on Friday he went to the photo shop and had a photo taken. And I said, I'll apply for it. Can use my, you know, card details. And then it said, you have to upload a digital photo. He's in bed. I think he was out last night. So I've just woke him up and said, listen, whilst it's still daylight, before it goes dark, you need to be like up, beautify yourself, and I'll take your photo. So he wasn't happy about that. So anyway, when Lawrence is back, I think we're going to take a drive. I think we're going to go to Hoofddorp, which is another village, town next to us. The shops are open. I need some long sleeve t-shirts, you know, just to wear under, you know, under sweaters and stuff. And C&A do a really, really good range of these long sleeve t-shirts in their basic range. And they wash really well, and they're nice to keep you warm. So I said, oh, well, maybe we can go to Hoofddorp and I'll just have a walk around, maybe have a coffee, I don't know, we'll do that. But that won't be till about 3-ish. The shower. Okay, Lawrence did a great job on fitting the shower. It wasn't easy, but he's done it, and it works perfectly. I like the shower, William likes the shower, or should I say the shower head. Lawrence doesn't like the shower head, and Joshua doesn't like the shower head. They said it's the pressure's not good enough on it. It wasn't a cheap shower head. There's 3 settings on it, but the pair of them have said they don't like it. Me and William think it's great. I like it in that I'm not having scalding hot showers anymore, because the thermostat had broken on the old one. As is often the case when you have an older home, and our house was built in the late 60s, and I think we were only either the 2nd or 3rd owner to have this house. And the people we bought it off, I think they were in it from, I think if it wasn't when it was new, it was when it was almost new. And them were the days where, you know, DIY enthusiasts, and you just sort of patch things up and whatever. So every time we do something in the house, we always discover something. So obviously Lawrence took the old thermostat off the wall, and we discovered that there was actually like a really, really fine hairline crack in one of the tiles. And then what he hadn't noticed is the wall where the tiles are bulging. That's not, you know, that's a shower we fitted like 20 years ago. So it's done really well. So I think tomorrow he's going to phone the house insurance, because that's water damage, you know. See, we should be covered, and if not, a friend of ours is a clushes man, like a handyman. He's got his own company. He actually did, if you've been around a while, he fitted the floor in the lounge, and he renovated the downstairs toilet floor. So he can do all things tiling and plumbing related. So if not, we'll give him a call and see if he can fit us in at some point. Because I think that whole wall, all the tiles going to have to come off. And I think there's like damp in there. There's a lot of water in there. So ideally, if the insurance can cover it, that would be better. I think that's all I'm up to at the moment. Can you hear? I just feel like, I'm not gaspy, but it's like, there's definitely an irritation. I have to keep an eye on it. I made the mistake of Googling it. And then, you know, the results were all like these, you know, I was about to die. So I shouldn't have done that. But I'm definitely going to keep an eye on it. Right, I'm going to eat my sandwich. In case you're interested, I discovered like this with Christmas leftovers. So I bought it again. After Christmas, I had cranberry pate left over, and I had like ready-made potato salad. And one day, just because there was nothing in the refrigerator, I made a sandwich, pate and cranberry pate and potato salad, and it was so nice. So I've ordered it again. So that's and the Albert Heijn started doing these little tiny packets. So, and then this is a little ready-made potato salad. So I've made a sandwich with that. Lawrence is going to be, what time is it? It's about 1:30 now. So Lawrence, after the garage, you'll come home, take a shower, and then we'll go out after that. So if anything, you know, if you potter around, if I get the opportunity and I see something that you might be interested in, I'll film it. What are you getting, Lawrence?
Nothing. Latte macchiato. No, latte.
A latte. Are we going to share some cake?
Yes.
Which cake are we having?
I don't know, you choose.
Pecan pie? Okay. Good morning. It's almost day week. What's the time? It's coming up to 8:30. I left the house nearly half an hour ago. Sorry, I'm still not good from that from the chemicals, you know, from cleaning the shower. My sinuses feel very strange. It's also quite damp outside, so but yeah, I left the house quite early, and I'm not even out of Amsterdam Bos, the forest. I'm just the national park. I'm just coming out the other end of it now. For some reason, I got stuck behind every crane, tractor, delivery truck, you name it. I was stuck behind it. It's like, whoa, it's going to be one of those days already, is it? And I was quite pleased. The tunnel that I drive through to get to work, it's been closed for 1.5 years, and there was an email from work saying that it's opened, and that's going to shave at least 10 minutes off my journey. Woohoo! So I was all enthusiastic this morning, thinking, I know this is sad, the tunnel's open. It's actually been really disruptive to my commute to and from work, that tunnel being closed. I've had to make like ridiculous diversions to pick up the motorway, or, well, many of you will know, or drive through the centre of Amsterdam in peak rush hour. But not nice. Anyway, I think I've got to tell you. So if I'm repeating myself, maybe I'll cut this out. Sorry, Lawrence has been using this car, and I think the camera mount must have fallen off because now I'm sat really high. I've seen, anyway, you can still see me in a fashion. Yeah, guess what my mum told me at the weekend? She said a parcel had been returned. So I just assumed she meant one of the Christmas parcels, because one of them did. There's still, I think there's still 1 or 2 missing. My stepmom's hasn't turned up. I'll tell you about that in a minute. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so she said, guess what's been returned to me? And I said, no, like a Christmas present. She went, your birthday present. I was like, what? So she must have sent 2 packages. One of them I got, and the other one has been returned to her. Now, many of you will know I celebrated my birthday in October, so she would have posted that probably September time. How bad is that? Here we go, bad traffic. Anyway, the postal service is terrible, but I mean, it could well be on our side. It could have been that the Dutch postal service just couldn't be bothered delivering it, because I was reading in this neighbourhood group the other day, loads of people complaining about packages going missing, especially over the Christmas period, and they claim that your parcel has been delivered. If you're looking to get a note through the door, which they don't often do, they claim that it's been delivered to a neighbour's when it hasn't, which leads me on to my next point. Just trying to get over this lane. My stepmom sent our Christmas presents through a courier, and at first, so it just didn't turn up, and I said, oh, don't worry, it's stuck somewhere. And she was rightly annoyed, because she'd purposely used a courier service to make sure it got to us. And so we've been chasing them up. I can't remember the courier now. Lawrence has been doing it. And initially they said, yeah, it's been signed for. It's been delivered to our house, signed for by somebody called Danny. And I think she wrote Dawn on the postal address, and whoever has read it has interpreted that to Danny. So Lawrence has been on their case, and he said no, and I want proof of a signature. Well, they haven't got one, so they said, oh, we're investigating. And then he checked on the tracking note. Hold on, sorry, I just had to sneeze. He checked the tracking note, and it had been changed to delivered again. This time it had been delivered in December to number 8, our neighbour, who takes parcels in for us all the time, and she's really diligent. You know, if we don't come and pick it up, you know, in a day, she actually, if she sees one of us leave the house, you know, the kids, anybody, she'll say, there's a package here for you. She's really diligent about it. And so it's like, well, that's a lie. So, and obviously the first one was a lie. So anyway, he's busy dealing with that at the moment. So what's going on? So yeah, I think with the Christmas rush, they hired a load of like 0 hours, and they were probably overwhelmed, and things just, you know, they're under incredible pressure to deliver, you know, in a certain time frame. And I think, you know, there's just been a mass case of, you know, giving up. Anyway, so that's where we're up to with the parcel service. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, nothing exciting to share with you. Only I just wanted to tell you about the parcel situation. And I'm on the way to work. In work all day today. It's going to be mega busy. Yesterday, I didn't know what had hit me. I literally logged on, opened my email, and I was like, oh my gosh. It was just full. And a lot of it wasn't like FYI. A lot of it was like, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you? So, yeah, bit of a busy day today. Was super grateful to be working from home and not having to get up at stupid o'clock in the cold and the pitch black. And yeah, that's also why I was all jolly this morning. So far it seems okay. Anyway, let's see if this tunnel improves the journey. Yeah. way home from work, I'll turn this fan down. I went in, it's my short day today. I normally work from the studio, but a colleague is leaving, so there was a little leaving lunch soiree for him, so I went in. It was lovely. I think you would have seen some footage. The restaurant is flat bang next to Artist, which is the Amsterdam City Zoo. In fact, they have a terrace at the back in the summer, and you're sat in the zoo. It's enclosed, you can't just walk in the zoo, but yeah, it's really nice. Lovely food. Portions are a little bit measly. I was fine, I was happy with mine, because I mean, I don't normally eat a fancy lunch midday, but some of the guys, when the portions came, were like, anyway, it was very good food. Freezing cold today, really cold. I think tomorrow it's going to be a little bit warmer, and then I thought on Friday they said, I think it was a high of 3 and a low of -1. That's a bit chilly. So yeah, working from home. Friday is my free day, and I'll be happy not to be up and out early. I can sleep until like 8 tomorrow, and I don't know, sign on 8:30, 9ish. We'll see. Don't think I've got anything interesting to tell you. I can't remember the last time I chatted with you, actually, now I'm come to think about it. Oh, shame, Lawrence, last night, I got home from work, and he was making dinner. I was upstairs fannying around with stuff. That expression, fannying around. And next minute I heard him on the phone, and then he got running upstairs, and he ran down the stairs. So I was like, came out of the bedroom, and he said, oh, I'm supposed to be at the pitch. He was supposed to referee or umpire a hockey match. What is this guy doing? What's she doing? So anyway, he wouldn't have got there on time, so I think they found they were going to ask for somebody else. But shame. Oh, I felt so sorry for him. He was really not happy. Anyway, what did he make? I think he made pasta. I think. Anyway, and the other reason I want to work from home tomorrow is I want to finish work on time, and then me, Lawrence and William are going to go shopping for a new bed for William. I promised William a new bed last year, and you know, we had some horrible big bills come in unexpectedly, and I kept putting it off, and I said to him, right, when I get paid, we're going shopping. At the moment he's got like what would you call it, like a cabin bed, like it's like a loft bed kind of thing. It's a single size, and you know, he's a growing boy, so he's asked for a double. In the Netherlands they have what they call a twijfelaar, which is like a 1.5 size bed. So I think a standard double is 140 centimeters width, and this is the twijfelaar is 120 width, because his bedroom is a bit smaller than Joshua's. Joshua's got a full-size double in his room. But the problem is, when I've been looking online at the twijfelaars, that they're all like divans, you know, with the bed base. And even if it comes in 2 halves, I don't think we could get a divan up our stairwell. Stupid woman cycling on the road. There's signs everywhere saying no bikes, and there's a bike path right here. Some people have just got a death wish. Anyway, yeah, so there's a couple of shops we can go and have a look in. So I don't think we're buying the bed on Thursday. I think it's just to look, you know, at our options. So I think we're going to go to Amsterdam, not in like in the outskirts. It's like a bit like an industrial shopping area. We're going to go to the IKEA, but they don't have the trifle as the 120 centimetre. They only have 140. And we're also going to go to a shop called Lane Bakker. It's like a Dutch furniture shop. There in the area, and they do have trifles, and I think they also do like bed frame trifles, because that's what we need. If you can't get like a frame to dismantle, then we're gonna have to go. It'll be 10 centimeters wider. We have to get, you know, get him like a double, probably from IKEA. We'll see. But then he'll lose 10 centimeters from his room. That's quite a lot to lose, because he's got like a big gaming desk in there, you know, a big gaming chair. So I mean, it's not what in England you consider the box room. It's definitely bigger. I mean, if you can fit a gaming desk and a double bed and a closet in there and a shelf, you know, or a set of drawers, it's definitely not up the box room. But it's definitely not like a big double, that's for sure. Anyway, gosh, what am I waffling about? That's what we're doing tomorrow night, which is one of the reasons. Firstly, I'm tired. I don't want an extra 2 hours on my day driving. I'm tired, and I want to get out at 5. Maybe we might have dinner in IKEA. A bit partial to a Swedish meatball, and see if we can get William a bed. Either way, I need to go in IKEA anyway, because the duvets, the inners of a quilt, a duvet, they have a good range at IKEA, and they're quite reasonable, the prices, because we'll have to get him a double duvet, and maybe covers from there. For sure the sheets I'll get from there. I don't know about the oh, I can't turn my neck, it's sore. I don't know about the duvet sets though. I don't know, I find them a bit hit and miss from IKEA. Sometimes I go and I love every one of them and I want them. And then sometimes I go and I'm like, God, they're so boring. Anyway, I've not looked online. So we'll go. It'll be a mystery. And we'll see. I also want to look at picture frames as well. I'll probably film there. You know, we'll have a little look around, see if there's anything interesting. But yeah, that's the only thing remotely interesting that's going to happen in my life this week. A trip to a shop to look at beds. Some of you will know that on Wednesday I do a bit of running around when I finish work early, but I'm just too tired. Right, I'm waffling now. Jeez, 8 minutes. Right, I'm going. I'm sure I've bored you all to death. Are you even still here? Good morning. I think you can hear Daxter's having his second breakfast. I've just made coffee and I'm going to go upstairs to the very messy craft room to work. I thought I forgot to put my maple syrup in, but I didn't. Not feeling great today. So yesterday, what a strange day. I don't know if I mentioned, did I film when I was driving home? I had a bit of a headache, not like a major one, and I often get them, especially, you know, with all this stuff going on. But I do distinctly recall walking in St. Lawrence, oh, I've got a bit of a headache. Anyway, I was sat on the sofa reading through stuff on my phone, and then all of a sudden, I couldn't I couldn't see the first letter of every word I looked at. So I was doing this eye, couldn't see it, doing this eye, couldn't see it, looking at the TV, looking at every single word, no matter if it was a digital or paper format, I could not see from both eyes the first letter of every word. So you can imagine I was freaking out a bit at this point. And then I started to get this weird on the peripheral, like this really thin crescent. And all I can describe it is like loads and loads and loads of tiny little pixels, like shimmering or like flashing in like red and green. And then when I closed my eyes and put my hands there really tight, I could still see them. Anyway, after about 20 minutes, and I was starting to get really, I was scared because I just couldn't see, you know. And Lawrence called the like the out of hours doctor, which is actually at the emergency room at the hospital. And they asked loads of questions, and then I had to speak to them. And then as I was speaking to the lady on the phone, I said, okay, I can start, the words coming back. I can see the first letter now, but the pixel thing was still there. So she said, listen, just come in anyway. Because I said, well, I've got this double neck hernia, I'm on this medication, and yada, yada, yada. So anyway, literally, they gave me a time. Got there, they saw me like 2 or 3 minutes after the time. And there was a GP there, house arts, that's what they called it. And she had a bit of a chat with me, and she said, oh, you're having an ocular migraine. I was like, what? An ocular what? And so she explained. I said, well, I do have a history of migraines in the family, and I have had plenty of migraines in my time. Not touch wood, not one for a long time. But my understanding of a migraine, how I react to them is, you know, dark room, throwing up, feel like somebody's, you know, trying to sort of stand on my head for 2 days. That's pretty much my experience of a migraine. And she said, yeah, an ocular migraine, it's so it's the same. So a migraine is caused from like expanding blood vessel in your head. That's why when usually they put a cold compress on your head or something. And she said in an ocular one, it's the same thing. It's, you know, and it's a blood vessel. It's probably expanded and then, you know, contracted. I don't know the word. That's why it lasts for, if it's quite short, but it's in a different area of your head. So they're quite common. I didn't know about them. So I thought, well, I'm going to share that with you. So anyway, it was a very quick trip to the emergency room, but nonetheless, it was not, yeah, it was a bit scary. And I feel very tired and headachy today, but I'm fine. I'm okay. I would not, if somebody said to me, have you got a migraine? I'd say, absolutely not. I don't feel like I've got one or had one. But anyway, I thought I'd share that with you in case you've ever experienced one and you didn't know what it was, or if it ever happens to you, don't panic. You're not about to die. Which I thought, I thought I was having a tear, you know, like a mini stroke. I just was coming to all kinds of conclusions. I thought I had a blood clot. Lawrence too. We were both getting a bit worried. Anyway. I've also felt a little bit discombobulated this week as well. Actually, I don't know if I mentioned, for some reason, I in my head, I thought my stepmom's birthday was today, when in actual fact it was Tuesday, and I only realised on Wednesday. So I was a bit late sending something. I wished a happy birthday, but still, I was like, how did I get that wrong? And I've had a few things in work where I've been like, what? You know, not as sharp, and like I say, a little bit headachy. Anyway, the other really sad thing is, Lawrence told me yesterday that our friend who we was going to go to the radio station to visit the radio station, but Lawrence heard yesterday that sadly his mum had passed away suddenly. So yeah, that's really sad. And of course, I doubt for 1 minute he's going to be working. Of course not. But anyway, Lawrence was chatting with him. I'll send him a message today. But yeah, I don't know. I know I've spoken about this before. I don't want to bring the mood down. But it's like, even Lawrence said, he said, oh, I don't know how many more of these things I can take. I'm hearing so many people, you know, I've shared what, you know, about one of his close friends. And so yeah, January's proven to be a bit of a weird one, isn't it? Anyway, waffle. Right, I'm going to go upstairs. I've logged on already. Take my coffee. I've got quite a few things to get on outside of the project before I get going. Oh, Lawrence is back from walking Jack. I'm not sure when I'll next chat to you, but we're going to go and look for, we're going to go bed shopping this evening for William. Okay, I'll see you later. Good morning. see me. Just on the way to the hairdresser's, completely forgot that I've got an appointment this morning. I'm not late. I fortunately checked my phone last night and realised I'm at the hairdresser's. Good job I did. Nothing special, just having my roots done. I can't remember when I last spoke to you. I know it was yesterday sometime. Anyway, you never guess what. My stepmom's Christmas presents turned up. It was actually the new neighbours all this time, and it must have been because they were moving in, and I think it just got sort of swamped under boxes and stuff. So anyway, I did kind of know. Come on, lady. I did kind of know one of the things, because she got me a knitting book which my mum had got, and she'd seen it on the vlog. Ooh, camera. So that was quite funny, and she got she got the lads all tops, and I got a lovely Pandora bead. Oh, sorry. Gosh, it's so cold. What's the time? I've got a few minutes. So yeah, but it's still, so the courier service had delivered it, but still they said it had been delivered to our house, which it hadn't, and then they updated the records later and said it had been delivered to the neighbours. But Lawrence checked with the other neighbour, and it turned out it was the new neighbour, and he actually approached Lawrence and said, "Oh, I'm really ever so sorry, I've got this package for you." Anyway, it's turned up, that's fine. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, guess what? I've booked tickets for the Dollhouse Fair. Well, one of them. It's not there's several. Antoinette mentioned a few weeks ago that she was going to go. She said, "Are you going?" And I was like, "Oh, no, I don't. I'm not really doing anything with the Dollhouse at the moment." And to be honest with you, it's the same. It's pretty much the same stall holders who go every year. But it popped up on my Facebook feed last night. So I apped and I said, "Oh, are you still going?" And to get to the Doll's House Fair, she more or less has to pass, you know, where I live. So I said, "Oh, okay, if I buy a ticket, will you swing by and pick me up so we can go together?" Driving that's not an issue. It's nice if we go together. So she said, "Yes, I have to promise to behave myself." She's a cheeky bugger. Can't guarantee it, but yeah, so that'll be fun. Lawrence didn't know if he had a hockey match or not. The season's obviously starting, and people are looking at me talking to the camera. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing. That will probably I'll take a little bit of footage, but that'll be in next week's vlog. Right, I'm gonna get my hair done. We didn't go and look for a bed for William last night because Lawrence and I sat him down. We all got our agendas out and we all agreed Thursday evening we were going to go and look for the bed, and William was free from work. William was working and said he told us that he couldn't make Thursday. That's not mine and Lawrence's recollection anyway. So I think he's going to finish school early afternoon, so I think we're going to pop out this afternoon. I don't know if we're going to buy the bed, but it's just to look around to see, you know, the measurements. I've already spoke about all this. I'm not going to carry on waffling about it now. So I think that's what's on the cards this afternoon. I've booked my grocery delivery. I remembered this time, so I've got the early morning slot again, which is like, oh, groan. Right, I better go. I'm going to be late. I'm just checking those people didn't hit the car with the trolley. Right, I will see you later anyway. Hello, I'm back from the hairdressers. I've just been filming an unboxing of some paint by number kits that, sorry I'm rustling, that I was asked to review by a company called Art Create Love. And if you haven't seen that video, go and have a look, see what you think. I'm just putting everything away because I unboxed everything, not live, but in real time with everybody. So I've got it all scattered around. So I'm just putting everything away. Super excited to get started on this. Wow, really impressed. If you haven't watched the unboxing thing and you fancy having a go at painting by number, if you wanted to try it, I've got a discount code, Dawn10, if you want to have a look. Go back to that video and these links and descriptions, and you can see everything that all the kits I chose. So, gosh, I've just literally, I finished filming and I said to Lawrence, wow, Lawrence, I'm really impressed with these kits. Right, so as you can see, back from the hairdressers, I came home and straightened my hair myself. I left the hairdressers with it damp, which is very much a Dutch thing, and just gave my fringe a bit of a tweak because I'm a bit funny about that. I felt it was a little bit like puddingy, and I like it to be so nice. The other really funny thing, well, it's not funny. Well, it is a bit funny, but also like, wow, I forgot to tell Lawrence this. On the other side of the mirror stand that I was sat on, I didn't know that my friend was sat on the other side. And when we were sat with our, our hair paint on, she walked round and I was like, what are you doing here? I didn't, because the clients around are all speaking Dutch, so I just sort of zone out, to peripheral speech. And I was reading stuff on my phone. So she come round, and I haven't seen her physically since my 50th. So we were like catching up on all kinds of stuff. And we're gonna organise a dinner because her hubby's also a friend of Lawrence's as well. They only live in the neighbourhood. It's just, well, you know how busy life gets. Anyway, how crazy is this? I said, oh, how are you doing? She said, oh, I've not been good. I've been struggling a bit. So we sat down, had a coffee together. And what do you think's been wrong with her? Neck hernia. I couldn't believe it. And we're actually at the same hospital with the same neurologist. Interestingly, she's been treated differently to me. And she, so my hernias I've got a double, it's in C6 and 7. And hers, I think Sasha said hers was 6. And she's not had that neuro blocker treatment that I had. Because I said, oh, I've had 3 attempts at it now. And so it's barbaric. And she said she was offered it and refused it because based on her research, it's not got a great, a very high success rate. Well, I researched it and I didn't pick that up. I wish I'd have spoke to Sasha at some point anyway, whatever. She's on a different medication to me as well, which is also surprising. And I think she's now busy with physio and dry needling and everything, which as you all know, I've done that, before the start of the hospital journey. So yeah, the medication, I'm okay. The only thing, well, I think I mentioned this earlier in the week. One of the side effects is weight gain, which I'm not very happy about, but anyway, it is what it is. And then the other thing it said was, well, there was 2 things. One of them, this is the nortriptyline. One of them was constipation. I'm pleased to tell you I'm fine. We'll leave it at that. and then the other thing was dry mouth. And I think, was it Monday I woke up and I was like really thirsty, and I don't feel thirsty now, but my mouth is very dry, and I don't know if it's affecting my contact lenses feel a little bit on the dry side. So anyway, when the doctor calls me about the results of the MRI, I'll discuss that with her. That I think I probably will get a call this week or next week, I should say. Nothing else exciting happened at the hairdressers. Lawrence had a late shower, so we're just going to have a bite to eat, wait for William to come home, and then head out to look for a bed for him.
We've got to get fetching.
We have to pick him up from school?
No, because he forgot his bag and I had to drop him off.
Oh, okay. So then are we going straight out from there? He forgot his school bag, so Lawrence had to drop him off at school this morning. So, yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll just swing by school, pick him up, goes to school in the village. Well, I think next, maybe we'll have a little look around the bed shop. Right, I'm going in waffle mode now. I'm going to make myself a bite to eat. And then I think, I'm going to film. I do need to film a little bit of me doing the painting. If you're interested, I'm going to I'm going to iron. I'm going to give this a light iron because it's a rolled up canvas. And I'm going to do a little bit of painting on this, and I'll film it for the unboxing video, the product review. Oh, here we go, another rabbit hole. All right, I'll catch you later. We're back.
Hello.
He's just like that. William has got a bed.
Finally.
But it's not coming till
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah. What kind of bed did you go for?
A 1.5 person's bed.
Well, I've explained it already what a trifle is. So it's a small double or a 1.5. But what colour did you get?
Like dark greyish.
It's like a charcoal black. Yeah. It's nice, really nice, like a divan, and it's got a headboard, like a padded headboard with it. That'll be nice.
And the mattress is really soft.
Yeah, you like the mattress. That's coming in 2 weeks. And then we went to I think you would have seen some footage, we went to the IKEA, and then you got...
duvet and some pillows.
And a new duvet cover.
Yeah.
And he went for...
Green. Dark green.
William's favourite colour from being a baby is green, and it's mine too. Okay, and then we've been out. Gosh, we've been out, look, about 3 or 4 hours.
I came, we left here around 2, and he just come in, and it's now 5 o'clock.
Yeah, tired. William's got football training this evening, so he's just fed Jackie Daxter. So I bought a couple of other little bits and bobs. I won't show you everything, but I've bought a nice little frame, and I think I'm going to paint it gold. And then I bought this for my heart. Is it marked? No.
It is.
It is. There's a scratch on it. Oh well. Bit disappointed. I mean, it looks great.
We thought it was wood.
It's plastic. Anyway, it'll do. It's fine. It's only for me to hang on the wall. But good job I didn't buy a stack of them, which I actually was going to do. And then we needed some more. These are from the children's section. But we always have these for the boat or when we go to the beach for picnics. Bought a little set of these plastic beakers. All these pastel colours. That's cute. And I bought some new, if you're interested. Did you open that? Yeah, we desperately needed like drinking glasses. And personally, I don't like these big clunky ones we've got, so we've gone for just tall.
Yeah, we already have those here.
Yeah, that's a good size for their juice. And that's it. So, anyway, I'm pooped. I need to go upstairs and edit the Painted by Numbers unboxing video. So I think at this point I'm going to wrap up the vlog and say once again thank you so much for joining, and if you are new and you haven't yet done so, maybe you want to consider hitting the subscribe button somewhere below or somewhere on your screen depending on what device you're watching on. And if you want to say hello in the comments, I read every single comment and I do get around to replying to all of them, so I'd love to hear from you. And if you're an OG, welcome back guys. I hope you've all had a good week. Have a great week ahead, and thanks for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.